There is no doubt artificial intelligence is no longer a thing of the future. AI is here now, and it is here to stay. And the folks over at GlanceAI may be a good way to get familiar with the technology as it tries to help you style and curate your outfits based on your personal preferences and even your selfies. Join us now to discuss more is Abhay Singhal. He is the co-founder at GlanceAI. Abhay, really grateful for your time. So for any of our viewers, Abhay, who might be a bit unfamiliar, what is GlanceAI? What are you all about? And how are you seeking to redefine personal styling?
Thank you for having us on your show, JD. GlanceAI is a very interesting take on how consumers can use the power of AI to style themselves. It starts with a simple experience where a consumer is asked to provide their selfie and a bit of information, and then our transformative large language model, which has been trained on millions and millions and millions of large transaction data, picks what the right outfit for you should be and how you could use that and mix that with different things. So it is a completely different take on how the shopping can actually start on the phone and on the TV, where we'll be live very soon.
What was missing in the market that led to the founding or genesis of the company?
You know, fundamentally, we think that the shopping for fashion or shopping for anything that is very visual in nature is fundamentally broken. Most of the time, how we look for our products, we actually start with a search bar and imagine describing a bohemian shirt with the yellow stripes into a search bar and then browsing through millions of different examples that will come with it. So we thought that actually shopping is a very visual experience, and we wanted to replicate this entire window shopping experience with you as a consumer in the middle of it. So with the Gen AI, we want to have this entire world of products come on you rather than take you onto this worldwide journey and have you browse like tons of products.
So take us through a typical user experience. Let's assume I'm signing up or engaging with the platform, Abhay, for the first time. Soup to nuts, what does it look like? What can users expect?
Absolutely. The users will be asked to provide one selfie or one image that they may have in their gallery, and maybe answer a few questions like what's your hair type, what's your body type, do you have a father bod, or what kind of a body type you have, and maybe a couple of other questions about what are your brand preferences. And with that, the AI goes and does its magic. We go back into our model that has been specially trained on the purchase data of millions and millions of consumers, and we try to pick what the right product for you should be. So after a very small window of time, which at the moment is about 3 minutes, our product will come back and show you yourself in about 10 different outfits in 10 different settings. And then it will also show you different catalog, similar products, and you as a consumer are actually free to try on any of those products on you as well. So with that, and once you're satisfied that this is a particular product that you are happy, you can actually press the buy now button, and that will actually take you to the merchant page with whom we have integrated, and that merchant can actually fulfill and complete the shopping for you. So as you will see, the entire experience is starting with visual clue, not a text, or we're not asking the users, are you looking for a pant or a shirt or a suit? Instead, we're in fact giving users the choice on the basis of what we think the right thing for the consumer may be.
Who are the other AI companies in the space that you are leveraging relationships with to build your own AI models?
We have very deep partnership with Google. We have our partnership with various different handset manufacturers. Like I'm very glad to announce our partnership with Samsung, who's going live with GlanceAI, in which GlanceAI will no longer only be available on Galaxy App Store, but we have a very special integration with Samsung where consumers will be able to experience the GlanceAI on their lock screen on all Samsung devices in the United States. So we have a very extensive partnership with a number of different providers to power this GlanceAI experience.
There's a big conversation happening in the world of AI about so-called agentic artificial intelligence technology that not just thinks for itself but acts for itself. I wonder how you envision future iterations of this technology where things go maybe a step further and not just having the user determine for him or herself what the next steps are, but a true AI model that takes into all the amazing technologies you're talking about and basically automatically goes and does the shopping for the person. How far off are you from what seems to be industry-wide, sort of the next rapidly evolving iterations of the tech?
Look, the technology is not very far from being able to do so. But great technology has to put user in control. We actually don't want to take the control away from the user. So finally, we want user to be the one who's pressing the button on whether they want to be buying that product or not, because what they buy and whom they buy it from depends on a lot of different factors, not only about your brand affinity, but the price, the return policies, the shipment delay, etc., etc. So while the AI can do everything on behalf of the consumer and bring a very curated experience to them, we actually want the final button to be pressed by the consumer in being able to pick and choose what they want to buy or not buy. The technology is not very far from being able to do so in a very seamless manner.
How do you see the future of fashion and retail continuing to be disrupted by these technologies like artificial intelligence?
We actually think that fashion is, or accessories for that matter, or anything that is very visual in nature, we believe that finally with the Gen AI, you have an ability to be able to disrupt every one of those categories in a very meaningful way. Most often, despite so much of e-commerce going on, one of the categories that probably has not yet seen the true benefit of e-commerce is the fashion industry. Because fashion is very visual, very personal, very involved in some nature, and we actually think that it can be entirely disrupted. So internally we think of this as literally a TikTok moment. Prior to TikTok, we were still watching videos, but we were searching for them primarily, and then came TikTok, and then the consumers could endlessly keep watching videos in a continuous feed. We actually think that the shopping can become that fun very, very rapidly and very quickly.
Well, Abhay, I got to admit, I wear a lot of suits, a lot of nice things as a result of what I do for work, but I do believe I could always use a little bit of help here, so I'm excited to try out the technology and see what it comes back with, and I'm really grateful for the conversation at a really important time for the general industry. That's Abhay Singhal. He is the co-founder at GlanceAI. Abhay, thank you for being here. Great conversation.
Thank you very much, JD, and thank you for trying. We hope to see you on things other than the suits.
I have to diversify a bit using GlanceAI. Abhay, thanks.
Thank you.